It's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to the latest edition of the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguy, and I hate to say it, but it doesn't look good for the Flyers right now. They played well on Sunday, but lost 1-0 in overtime. This season has been started out well, but things just went from bad to worse. Flyers, in the month of March, that month of March really killed this team. It really killed their hopes of making the playoffs. Flyers are still alive right now, but it's going to take a miracle to make the playoffs right now, and it just doesn't look good from the way the standings look. Rangers are ever winning, Bruins ever winning, and it's been tough on the Islanders. They're winning too, so, well, they're all the way at the top of the standings right now. Like, I think right near Boston and Washington. It's been a tough season for this team. I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough for the Flyers. It's been tough for the team. It's been tough for the city of Philadelphia, because you go from making the playoffs last year, making it to the second round, and then they show some promise in the first 2 games of the season, and then it was all downhill from there. There were times where they would lose games big, and then they would come back the next night and play better. Seasons were tough. They're very tough. You know, want this team to do well, and it's just not working. Things aren't working for this hockey team right now. And maybe not making the playoffs would be a good thing for this team. Because if they go through all that and they go on a big winning streak, imagine making the playoffs and they get eliminated in the first round, that's a lot more heartbreaking than not making the playoffs, in my opinion. Still a lot of bright spots with this team, but still, I don't know what's gonna happen with this team. It might be a long off season. I hate to say that, but the way things are going with this hockey team, and Chuck Fletcher, he didn't help much. He didn't make many trades, somewhat into an extension. That was good. He traded like a raffle for a draft pick. You know, I'd much rather like to get a player in return for that trade instead of a draft pick. You know, it is what it is. The season has been a punch right in the stomach every single night, and I remember like Sunday, maybe 2 Sundays ago, when they played the Buffalo Sabres. They were winning that game. The Flyers they beat the Bruins on Saturday, and then they come back on Sunday. They outplayed the Sabres. But in the third period, the Philadelphia Flyers, they totally collapsed, and Buffalo beats us 5-3. And that was a tough day for me, because I really let my anger out that day. And I hit my breaking point. That was my breaking point. And then after that, I stopped really getting upset after a loss. Because, getting upset over this it's not going to help our cause. It's not going to help us make the playoffs. I can go on here. I can complain all I want. I can say whatever I want, but that's not going to change the fact that this team needs help. this team needs some help right now. And the trade deadline didn't go so well. And things just pretty much snowballed from there. And right now, Flyers are not in a good spot right now, but if they don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not going to stress myself out. Because to be honest, once this season ends, I need a break. I need a break from this. Hopefully the Lehigh Valley Phantoms make the playoffs this year. Hopefully the AHL has the playoffs this year. Although it's been kind of tough since the Phantoms had to cancel 3 of their games. But they'll be back Wednesday and Sunday. Hopefully the AHL figures something out with the playoffs, because right now the Flyers are not doing too well. And hopefully if the Flyers can make the playoffs, they just have Wade Alston back down. And, you know, I think during the playoffs, you don't have to worry about clearing waivers because you can't really make trades during the postseason, so I can't see Wade Alston going back down to the Phantoms if the AHL decides to have the playoffs this year. And I can see Taylor Lisinski maybe going down and maybe out flying, going back down to the Phantoms. And maybe the Phantoms can make a bit of a run in the playoffs, because right now it doesn't look like the Flyers are making much of an effort to make the playoffs. Although someday they're fighting well, but they were just beaten by a good goalie, and that's tough because in the month of April, a lot of the goalies we've been playing against have pretty much looked like more temporary every night. And it's kind of tough in the month of April because every team that's above the Flyers is gunning to make the playoffs. They want to make the playoffs. And right now it does not look good for the Flyers. The season right now is a lost cause. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for the Flyers. And if you're a Flyers fan, this is kind of sad. This is disappointing, I have to admit, but it is what it is. Life goes on. You wake up the next day, and we forget all about it. And we get ready for next season, because right now it's not looking good. Now, I'm not saying that the Flyers can't make the playoffs, but it's a long shot right now. And even if they do make the playoffs, it might be a little hard to get past the first round. And right now, it's not happening right now. And it's been tough because I grew up all my life watching this hockey team, and it's been tough. And I can recall one season, but this season, in my opinion, isn't as bad. It's not nothing compared to the hell the Philadelphia Flyers had to go through in 06-07. That was hell for the team, and that was hell for the Philadelphia Flyers fans. And that was hell for me, because I had to watch every game, and every game I went to, they would lose. I went to every game that season, and I never saw a win. Never. It was just disappointing, and this season is not as bad as 06-07, because at least the Flyers have some talent on this team. And right now, I hope that Carter Hart's okay. Honestly, I think maybe he was struggling at the beginning of the season because maybe he was dealing with an injury. That's what I think. And Carter Hart will be back on Tuesday to reevaluate him, and hopefully he'll fight Thursday. Carter Hart has had a tough season, but he's turned it around, and I think that he's going to be even better next year. And I think he's gonna really be a great goalie in the future. It's been a tough season for him. It's been a tough season for Travis Konecny as well. And a tough season for Joel Farabee, although he's had a great start to the season. But in the month of April, he has been on a bit of a cold streak. Hopefully he gets over that. Well, anyway, the Flyers don't make the playoffs. It's really not a big deal. Maybe it is a big deal, but it's nothing to get stressed out about because there are things going on in this world that are bigger than hockey right now. Especially me, I have a lot on my mind right now. I'm not going to discuss what that is. I want to keep it to myself and not discuss it on here. But it's been a very tough season. Man, it's just... I'm running out of words to say. It's just been a tough season. And hopefully next year will be better. Hopefully we can get an off-season signing. I've seen it happen before. We all remember the summer of 2007 when the Flyers signed Timmy Flyersguy. Scott Hartnell came on the team, and then Joffrey Lupul. And also, let's not forget the summer of 2009 when the Flyers signed defenseman Chris Bryant. We can't forget about that, so I would say if the Flyers don't make the playoffs, let's see what they can do in the draft, and let's see what they can do during the off-season. Let's see if they can get somebody, see if they can sign someone, and see if they can make maybe an off-season trade. Well, we'll find out, folks. I know this season will probably not end good, but I'm hoping that this season ends on a high note. I hope something good happens. We got a lot more games to go. The season's almost over. And it'll be all over soon. Flyers gonna be on Thursday. Hopefully they can win these last games. Maybe they can try to make a run. But it's gonna be tough. Because the Boston Bruins they just keep winning games. Washington Capitals, they keep winning games, and we keep having so much trouble with the Washington Capitals. I don't know what it is, but hopefully next year the Flyers will figure it out. Hopefully we'll make a huge splash in the NHL draft. Maybe a huge splash this summer. We'll find out. And hopefully things will get better. I'm not going to give up on this hockey team. We don't make the playoffs. There's always next year. And we can't worry. We have to not stress over this. I know a lot of people in Philadelphia, especially the city, don't want to hear that right now. But the way things are going in this country and around the world, there are things much bigger than hockey right now. And We all need to realize that. And when this season's over, I'm gonna get on with my life. I'm gonna get ready for next season. And I'm gonna get myself ready. Gonna be doing a lot of meditation this summer. Maybe I'll be going outside, getting some sun. Maybe I'll get to see the Phantoms in the playoffs this year. I'd love to see them win the Calder Cup. Because, man, 2005 was an exciting year if you were a Phantoms fan. Philadelphia Phantoms fan. It was such an exciting year for the Phantoms. Very, very exciting and very fun to watch. Remember, don't give up, Flyers. Don't give up, Flyers Nation. I know it's tough, but we'll get them next year. We'll get them next year. Hopefully a miracle happens, and hopefully they make the playoffs. But right now, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult to make the playoffs right now. But I'm not gonna give up hope. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We just dust ourselves off. We get ready for next year, and we try again. That's all we can do. Thank you for your time, everyone. This has been the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. If anybody would like to be a guest, on my podcast, please hit me up on Twitter. Shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram, and I will contact you, and hopefully I'll get back to you next week, and hopefully I'll have a guest next week. Thank you. My Twitter is at Flyersguy8654. My Twitter is at Flyersguy8654. My Instagram is Timmy_Flyersguy. My Gmail is FlyersandWrestling@gmail.com. You can hit me up on there. My Facebook is Timmy Flyersguy Sulak, and I have a Tumblr. I haven't used that in a while, but contact me on Twitter and Facebook and also Instagram. Thank you for listening to the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. Stay well, everyone. Stay well.